Well, here we are in a second playthrough. I'm only really doing this second playthrough for one reason, and we shall get to that shortly. Very shortly. Awfully quiet in this swamp. But look, I have joined Rosaria's Finger's Covenant. I have alienated Cirrus, but now I'm all in for this, so I can summon Yellowfinger Heisel. So I'll go ahead and do that. There it is. Got it. That's the gesture. I did it. I guess they're not so weak to magic. I don't really want to fight here, but let's quiet things down. Feels good to have Heisel on my side for once, right? But in any case, I gotta find my last gesture in the game. Proper bow. There we go, I did it. That's this entire playthrough. Now, to be fair, I could find a bunch of +1 rings on the ground and things like that, but, I could do it on the third playthrough anyway, when I'm supposed to be going for bosses for +2 rings. So at this point, I'll just beat the game. That's about it. At least I got my trophy. Well, here we are at the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant, the Altar of Sunlight. This is something that took a little bit of effort to get to, and I don't want to have to do this again on a New Game Plus, so we're doing it now. I spent an unreasonable amount of time gathering sunlight medals, so let's go ahead and put them to use. I choose to donate 10 sunlight medals. I think if I donate all 30, then I'll get both things I need, but let's just do this one at a time. I got a Sacred Oath. That sounds pretty cool. That's Sacred Oath. Was it just a Sacred Oath? Alright. You know, this is it. Miracle of those chosen by the Sunlight Covenant. Temporarily boost attack and damage absorption for self and those in the vicinity. This is the tale of the sun's firstborn. So, the traitor, the nameless king. His faithful first knight and the brave dragon slayer who served them both. His faithful first knight? Huh. I mean, when it says the sun's firstborn, I assume they mean Gwyn. The first knight? The dragon slayer who served them both, Ornstein? I mean, Solaire is the sun, like a super sun knight. I don't know. In any case, let's go ahead and max our covenant. 20. Let's make it up to 30, right? Great Lightning Spear. And there you go. This covenant has now served its purpose. So let's take a look at our reward. Great Lightning Spear. That sounds exciting. Sunlight Spear. Great Lightning Spear. Hurled Giant Lightning Spear. Primal account of Lightning Spear, which tells of an ancestral dragon slayer. Hurls a giant lightning spear. Gwyn, the First Lord, slew dragons with his Sunlight Spear, a tradition upheld by his firstborn, and the great spear he wielded. Yeah, nameless king, I think. Much of this resplendent tale of father and son, while epic, remains tragically untold. Yeah, because his son was removed from canon. So we're just up to his daughter and his second son. Oh well. But in any case, that takes care of one of the, well, 9 covenants in this game, but the thing about that is that while there are 9, only 7 of them are usable. The Way of Blue, I do not believe levels up at all, and Blue Sentinels and Blade of the Darkmoon, Blue Sentinels doesn't have a place where you turn in your items. You turn it in at the Blade of the Darkmoon, so leveling up 1 gets you the rewards of what both of these would have to offer, so there are really only 7 covenants to level up, and one of them, Spears of the Church, is part of the DLC, so 1 covenant down, and I suppose 5 to go for trophy completion, but 6 to go if you want everything. Well, here we are in, of all places, the dilapidated bridge with nearly 4 million souls. What the hell have I been doing? Well, I've been grinding, actually. I'm going for another covenant. Why have I not spent them yet? Well, I'll get into that shortly. I'm trying to get all of the Filianor spear ornaments that I can. I need 30 to complete the covenant. Now, grinding for covenant items is a royal pain. Enemies drop them very rarely, but there is a workaround for this one. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is go into the sewer. See, remember how I beat that one Spear of the Church, the NPC boss that could have been an actual player character if I'd been playing online? Well, do you remember that purging monument that I was able to request absolution from for Lap? You can go there to do what I'm about to do, or you can go to the dilapidated bridge and pray to the statue of Velka, whom you may recall as the goddess of sin in the first Dark Souls. So I'll pray to her. And in both the Purging Monument in the DLC and in this area, the statue, I can reinstate the King's Decree. For 86,000 souls, the number goes up with when I level up, which is why I haven't been spending. Revive Judicator Argo, who will summon Spears of the Church. Player characters, but I'm offline, so just that one guy. Do you wish to do that? Yeah. Once he's revived, Spears of the Church, you double sure? It's a boss fight, man. Yeah, sure, let's go. Oh my god, he's gonna do it. Now, I want to get out of here quickly, so we will warp. And here we are in the Ringed City. Now, normally what you're supposed to do to grind for Covenant pieces is fight Ringed Knights, which has a very rare drop chance. So I could just grind Ringed Knights for forever, but if you may recall, beating this boss guaranteed one particular drop, so I've been fighting the boss. And the reason I have nearly 4 million souls is that I made a very interesting discovery, which is that without NPC assistance, this boss is surprisingly easy. Again, if you're playing online, then you have a real human to fight that's terrifying. But offline, we'll see. So here's the double Great Knight, Ring Knight, which I can run past, but I always give him a token fight just because he might drop one of these Covenant pieces, and he has done so twice, which has saved me 2 boss fights. So let's see what happens with this attempt. I really don't want to mess around with this guy because I'm wearing the Symbol of Avarice, which is that thing that I was looking for from that one Mimic that did not seem to drop it. I was able to get it later by putting Mimics to sleep. That's been a thing since Dark Souls 1. You could put Mimics to sleep and just grab what's inside their mouths without having to kill them. That did not drop a Symbol of Avarice, but if you keep putting them to sleep, then they might have a chance of having that spawn. Well, no Covenant item for me. Oh well, it happens. I didn't really expect it. But hey, I've gotten it twice. I've gotten lucky. Looks like we're going to have to fight the boss for real this time. Oh well. Let's put on my ring gathering. Put on my soul gathering ring. Now, the advantage of this is that the boss is worth far more than 86,000 souls, but if I keep leveling and leveling and leveling, the cost starts to become, or the reward starts to become less and less worth it. Now, of course, the bad news is that I have to fight all 3 enemies by myself, but the good news is it's pretty tame. It's way tamer than I thought. But I gotta sit through the speech. I've done this a lot. Sworn defender of our Princess Philionor. Alright, so only one more thing to say. Make haste! Let's go. So step 1, fight this guy. This is arguably the hardest part, because the actual boss comes out, I think, after a time. But as you can see, this guy basically is like a regular enemy. Remember how much it took to get me to kill him in my playthrough? And this is New Game Plus. This guy went down in no time at all. Anyway, actual boss. He hurts, but he's very easy to interrupt. And his second assistant is not going to show up until after I deal a certain amount of damage. So I can take my sweet time with this, which I have now done. Time to fight the second enemy, which this is actually in a bad location, because I don't want to be cut up. I was hoping to get an easy backstab in, but alas. I better heal, actually. Now it's a little scary, but as you can see, this guy, unless he goes into a sword dance, is really kind of a non-entity. The worst thing he can do is cast heal, and heal the boss. He probably will, too. No, I got it off just before he cast it, so now I fight the boss. This is it. This fight's not nearly as terrifying as I made it look when I didn't know what I was doing. He hits hard, but it's not that hard to recover from him, and he is very easy to interrupt. Very easy to interrupt. But if he does hit you, he'll probably hit you twice, and you gotta be real careful about that. And I kind of don't want to hit him when he glows, because he has Mega Poise then, so he could tank one of my shots and punish me for it. But healing time is over. I killed the Painted Guardians, or the Painting Guardians, so now it's just finishing the job. I almost died. It actually, as scary as that looks, it wouldn't have been terrible if I died, because it's pretty easy to run past the Ring Knight, and you have an hour in this room before the boss gets summoned, so you can very easily recover your souls. I've actually died only once in all, like 27 or something times of doing this. It's tedious, but it's a guaranteed drop. Anyway, this fight's over. There's my last spear ornament. Got it. I'll take my souls, please, thank you. $216K. Not bad. And just like that, I've nearly broken 4 million souls, and I could keep doing this fight if I wanted to. But if I level up now, boy is it going to cost me to respawn this boss. So, let's pray to the Divine Spear Monument. Let's do the Covenant thing. Why not? First, I'll offer 10. Young Grass Dew. I don't even know what that is. By the way, speaking of grass, I read online that grass is like, it's like Kusa or something in Japanese, which lines up with ninja, so that's just kind of amusing to me. But I don't know what this thing is. It's not a consumable item, I guess. It's a key item? Slightly enhanced blessing to church spears. A small transparent stone that once graced the green young grass crest. This semi-precious gem honors a spear of church after a... Spear of church. Sounds a little weird. Wouldn't it be of the church? After... Yeah, church spears. Whatever. It honors a spear of church after a battle well fought and is said to slightly enhance their blessing of protection. While held, this effect is constant. Alright. Cool. Now let's complete the Covenant. Divine Spear Fragment. So that's like the thing I already have, but I guess better? Because we already had the Ritual Spear Fragment, it summons those Ritual Spears, like the enemy did. But then there's the Divine one. The description is the same, and they both scale with S. So remember, the first one, online play item, they're both online play, and the descriptions are the same. They are the namesake of the Spears of the Church. These Divine Spears of Gold are placed in the trusted hands of Exalted Spears. So what's the difference? Does this hurt more, or does it look a little different, showing how cool I am? I don't know, but I got it. So that's 2 Covenants down, 5 to go. Here we are in front of Rosaria. I did a whole bunch of grinding for pale tongues and I got enough. So, let us go ahead and offer 10. I got an obscuring ring. You do need rings for trophies, so I'll look into that shortly. But also, why don't we offer the rest? Mangrub's Staff. That takes care of that covenant. We did it. So, first of all, the staff. Staff of the Mangrubs who guard Rosaria's bedchamber. Their holy symbol is formed at the tip. Wielder's luck strengthens effects of sorceries. So that's interesting. It's boosted by luck of all things. Well, it says attribute bonus. I guess they only really put down strength, intelligence, dexterity, faith, but they're just telling you that luck works too, it seems. The Mangroves have clearly been reborn, but as what? It's a pretty cool looking staff. Alright, next up, the Obscuring Ring. I have no idea what this thing is. Obscures wearer while far away. I guess we'll just take my word that it does that. Ring bestowed upon the fingers of Rosaria, invaders who seek tongues for their goddess. Hides the presence of the wearer when far away. It is said that Rosaria, the mother of rebirth, was robbed of her tongue by her firstborn. Well, that explains why she doesn't talk and why everyone's looking for tongues. And has been waiting for their return ever since. Brutal. But there we go. That's what we get for maxing out Rosaria's Fingers Covenant. 4 to go. Well, here we are in the water reserve. I got a whole bunch of human dregs. So, we're going to go ahead and pray to Archdeacon McConnell. First, of course, we offer 10. Great Deep Soul. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Every sorcery in the game. What am I missing now? Pyromancies, miracles, rings. Let's take a look at this sorcery. Great Deep Soul. I'm going to have to go find it. Deep Soul, Great Deep Soul. So, Fire, Darkened Soul Sediment, remember. This is sorcery of Archdeacon Royce and his deacons, said to have been imparted to them by MacDonald. Fires, Dark Soul Dregs. But then we have Great Deep Soul. It improves upon Deep Soul. Fires, Powerful, Darkened Soul Dregs. Archdeacon McConnell, a sorcerer himself, delighted in the cathedral's stagnating souls. For him, they represented the glorious bedrock of this world. But of course we're not done. We have more dregs to offer. This isn't for a trophy, but I got the Great Staff and have maxed my allegiance with the Covenant. So, what is this Great Staff? Large staff bestowed upon archdeacons of the Cathedral of the Deep. The Archdeacon MacDonald's trespass, the sin of channeling faith for sorcery, transformed what was once merely a symbol of ecclesiastic authority into a catalyst of sorceries. That is some catalyst. I mean, I can't use it, but yeah, that's pretty gigantic. Of course, I can't use it because I have a miracle equipped and not a sorcery, but that is a large object. Pretty cool looking. Well, there we go. That's another covenant down. 3 to go. Well, here we are at the old Watchdog of Farron. I've gotten enough wolf blood swordgrass to satisfy this covenant. So, let's have a chat? I'll offer the grass, it's fine. 10. Old Wolf Curved Sword. Why don't we take a quick look at that? Curved sword bearing the soul of the old wolf that stays with the Watchdogs of Farron. This sword, like a wolf on the prowl, boosts attack and restores HP with each consecutive hit. Very nice. And Wolf Leap. Slice into foes with a large spinning motion, then leap out of harm's way and follow with strong attack. I'll have to look into that. Now let's finish the job. Wolf Knight's Great Shield and Wolf Ring. Great Shield and Wolf Ring. Makes me think of Sif. Let's take a look. Great Shield of a Knight tainted by the dark of the abyss. Yeah, it really might be Artorias' Great Shield. And Master of the Wolf's Blood of Farron. Boasts consistent defense and divine protection against various status effects. That isn't bad, actually. And the Wolf's Ring. If I can find it. Farron Ring. There's a lot of stuff I gotta put away. Wolf Ring. And I found a +1 in the second playthrough, but I'll try to show where you actually find it on my next playthrough. In any case, increases poise. Ring associated with the Biswalker Artorias, just straight up. One of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the First Lord. Increases poise. Artorias had an unbendable will of steel, and was unmatched with a greatsword. Yeah, he was way up there. So does that mean that I'm going to have the Artorias jump, like the flip jump from Dark Souls 1? What if I follow that up? Maybe if I dodge? I don't know, not really. Okay, there it is. Okay, if I do the heavy attack. That's pretty cool. That's a sick looking sword too. Ooh, very slow, but the potential to be very powerful. If we compare it to my longsword here, 155 plus 113. Scales a bit better with dex, surprisingly, not strength, even though it's a great sword. I guess the fact that it's curved, I don't know. But 220 plus 216, 155 plus 113, but if I pump its level with some Titanite scales, I would assume, then things are going to look pretty good. In any case, that's another Covenant down. 2 to go. Here we are in the Pit of Hollows, and let me tell you, this was not fun to grind for, but we have done it. We're going to pray at the sacrificial altar. We're going to offer vertebra shackles. Let's start with the usual 10. Bloodlust. Now there's a name for a sword. Damn. It's a katana of the old Mound Maker. The Mound Maker piled sacrifices upon the altar, but became the final offering himself, leaving this katana as a gift for his dear family. You could stain the blade with your own blood to temporarily grant uncanny sharpness. For one driven by bloodlust, nothing deserves to remain standing. Is this like Bloodborne then? Whoa. That is one serrated katana, but the other way. The handle might have that too. Brutal. So... Oh, whoa. It didn't even hurt that much, but that is a terrifying weapon now. What a nightmarish weapon. That barely even hurt too. That's amazing. Alright, awesome. Now let's finish the job at the altar. Warmth. Master of pyromancies, baby. All that's left now is miracles and rings. But before we look at that, let us take a look at the pyromancy itself. I know that this was a pretty benign one in the previous Souls games. Yeah, it restores HP on touch, but I need more faith for it. Peculiar pyromancy of the Mound Makers. Creates a gentle flame that restores HP on touch. Oh yeah, that's right. The, what was his name? Aldrich? He actually used that when I was fighting him. They feared separation from the gods and sought a familial bond, perhaps leading to the creation of this flame of harmony. Well, there we go. That is the final pyromancy. Now I gotta go hunting for the last covenant, which I assume gets me the last miracle, because otherwise I don't know where else I'd find one. Well, here we are at the final covenant area. I somehow took even more forever to grind for proof of concord kept, which, by the way, look rather like the souvenirs of reprisal from Dark Souls 1. And those are also kind of a nuisance to get, but nothing next to this. Oh man. Anyway, here's Yorshka.
Oh, if I could...
So let's, well...
Long ago, now such but long only Ed. May I this house art thou...
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could get this on the next playthrough. Can you fly? This time I'll let her down.
No, of course not. Forgive my prying. Think no more on mine asking. I am ashamed to say I know very little of anything.
Yeah, I mean, she's trapped in a tower all her life. It's much like Crossbreed Priscilla. She just exists in her own little world. I do kind of like saying yes. It's just like, oh my god, are you a crow? Are you a dragon? Or what? But anyway, we'll go ahead and offer the proof of a concord kept.
My blade of the dark moon, thy deeds merit great worship. As captain, 'tis my duty to honor knights of great accomplishment. Please, it is thine, and not lightly given. As a shade of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, persevere in thy knightly duty, hunting down the gods' would-be foes.
The Darkmoon ring, remember this thing?
Off so soon, may the dark moon...
I need this ring for the trophy. Can I find it, though? It's not this. Yeah, no. This? Adds many slots for attunement. We have some attunement of additional stuff, but many slots. Ring of the moon deity Gwyndolin, youngest son of Gwyn the First Lord. Adds many slots for attunement. Gwyndolin, also known as the Dark Sun, commands the Dark Moon Knights and bestows this ring upon the best of them. And now to complete my covenant.
Good blade of the dark moon, welcome home. If I can provide thee succor, only tell me how.
Well, the last of the proofs.
My blade of the dark moon, thy deeds merit great worship. I, Yorshka, captain of this company, hereby recognize thy service. This is a wonder of the dark moon, inherited from my brother for this very purpose. Please, take this. Thou art most deserving of it. As a shade of Father Gwyn, persevere in thy night. I would speak to my brother of this, one day. Of the shining new hope that joined our dear company. I speak of thee, of course.
Of course. Man, she's great. But, yeah, Master of Miracles. We have the Dark Moon Blade. Let's take a look at this final miracle in the game. Miracle of those who devoted themselves to the Dark Moon Covenant. Reinforces right weapon with Dark Moon Light. Miracles of the Dark Moon are tales of revenge, but Captain Yorshka recites only for the sake of remembering her brother, without knowledge of its meaning. Yeah, she doesn't seem the type to be like, use this to kill your enemies. She's just like, I was taught the spell. Perhaps this is better, as revenge is better left to the blades. There we have it. Now, the strange thing is, I actually have every unique kind of ring in the game already. Now, I need to dedicate another playthrough to picking up the +1s and +2s. As I've mentioned, +1s are readily available in this playthrough, but I'll just give the game one clean sweep with my third one, and that is the next thing that I'm going to do. You know, I did say that I was going to get rings next, but one thing I'm just curious about, I did the second DLC, except for beating Gale, before the first, so I want to see what happens if I touch the scrap of a painting for the very first time. Do we get a scene for this? Yeah, we do, but I won't get sucked into it and have Gale laugh at me. It's just gonna happen, I guess. Well, there you go, that's it. And Gale's not here because I have already activated his boss fight. I haven't killed him because I want to be able to summon him here, which I'm not 100% sure I'll actually be able to do. But at the very least, I have not yet killed him. I've just made him mad. As I talk over a completely black screen. Very nice. Not even loading. Just a completely black screen. If I can summon Gale for the free to fight, that would be wonderful. But if I can't, then it is what it is. At the very least, I want to see if I can do a certain something now that I've made him mad but have not yet killed him. Well, here we are in the DLC. I just beat Vilheim and I'm meeting the painter girl. Let's see if she says anything different.
I believe I feel the scent of ash upon thee. Thou art the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke. The one to show me flame.
Okay, that's pretty cool. We met Gale. He knows we have what he wants. He must have told her, because he is hunting for the dye for her. That's actually really cool that the game acknowledges this.
'Tis good. When this is done, may I return. The door is open thanks to thee.
Yeah, I have no idea what just died, by the way. That was weird.
'Tis good. I promised Uncle.
Okay.
'Tis good. The door.
Alright, awesome. There you go. Quick little one-liner. Here I am doing Transposition of Souls, and I completely forgot. I said all I need now is +1 and +2 rings, but I neglected to take into account that the Stray Demon gave me a spell, but he also offers a ring. Havel's Ring increases maximum load. A ring for warriors keen on heavy accoutrements. Increases max equip load. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, the battlefield compatriot of Gwyn, the First Lord. The art of war has been a constant since ages past, and those who would follow in Havel's footsteps are no fewer now than in his own day. There's my ring. It is a genuine shame, though, that I still need the +1 and +2 stuff. But we'll go look for them. Well, look at this. We are in a brand new game. And what am I going to do with this new game? I am going to attempt to collect new rings. I can't wait. Now, in order to get what I want, I have to do a little searching. As soon as I could stop people from chasing me, that'd be great. But oh no, what am I doing going to this area with the scary enemy who will hopefully not bother me? I forgot if I have to aggro him or not. Nope, we're good. Speckled Stone Play Ring +1. He's gonna chase me, but I don't have to care. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting +1 and +2 rings. I could have gotten that one in the previous playthrough, but I'm getting it now so I can just sweep everything at once. The next thing I'm gonna have to do is beat the first boss, but once I do that, things are going to get pretty nice. Speaking of which, I think I might as well finally equip myself with the Pontiff's Right Eye, which boosts attacking as long as I combo. Let's get over there quickly and not get ambushed by too many goons. This could get a little bit irritating, but we'll do what we can. Set up a bonfire for convenience's sake, that's fine. Don't let anybody go attack me from behind. I might be causing more trouble than I'm preventing, but whatever. Yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and fight the first boss, prepare to go into Firelink, and set ourselves up here. Not bad. That's some first boss. And now, whoops, a wolf ring +2. That takes care of the rings in the first area of the game.